Call the regular meeting of the Gurnee Village Board to order. Roll call, please.
Ross. Garner. O'Brien.
Present.
Balmas.
Present.
Thorstenson.
Here.
Woodside.
Present.
5 present, 1 absent.
You'd all stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So the approval of the consent agenda is presented.
So
Is there a
moved.
motion?
Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Ross. O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Pat?
Item number 1, approval of granting a Class 9 liquor license and waiving the fee for the Gurnee Exchange Club for its Gurnee Days event on August 8, 2021. Item number 2, approval of granting a raffle license and waiving the requirements of a fidelity bond for the Gurnee Exchange Club to host a raffle for its Gurnee Days event on August 8, 2021. Item number 3, approval of payroll for period ending July 16, 2021 in the amount of $882,860.25. Item number 4, approval of bills for period ending August 2nd, 2021 in the amount of $399,884.01.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
Woodside.
Aye.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong order. Sorry. Ross.
Mixing things up there.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstenson.
Yes.
Now Woodside.
Aye.
Thanks. 5 aye.
Motion carries. No petitions and communications.
Not tonight.
Reports. Presentation by Finance Director Brian Gosnell, American Rescue Plan update. Brian?
All right, thank you, Mayor. As you know, the American Rescue Plan Act was signed March 11th. It included some funding for municipalities, a little over $65 billion. Originally, Gurnee's portion of that was 3.75, the estimate. The final allotment figure that we got just recently, last week, 2 weeks ago, was about 4.13 million. The only thing that could change with that figure is if there are entities that don't take it, they will reapportion that money to entities that did take it. So if anybody says no to the American Rescue Plan funding, we could see a portion of that. The DCEO is managing the distributions. They opened a portal July 22nd. They enlisted the help of Crow, which greatly enhanced moving things along a little quicker. They were involved in the original CARES Act funding and distribution of that, so they know what they're doing, getting money out to folks. We tried to get our request in as soon as we could, and the next day, so we have officially requested our portion. It will come in 2 allotments. One we expect late August, early September. That'll be the first half, and then the second half a year after that. There's 4 main categories of how the money can be spent. The first one here is the most relevant to us, and that is the reduction in revenue or lost revenue for that time frame. We can make that up, apply the 4.13 to that revenue. If you recall, our lost revenue for that time period is almost $7 million. So we have more than enough to be able to apply the 4.13 to that. Also, if for municipalities that weren't doing that, you can spend it on a number of different things, public health emergency, economic impact, overtime for essential workers, and then investments in water and sewer infrastructure. A couple things to note here. We don't levy a property tax, so there will be municipalities that did not lose nearly as much revenue as we did. So they will likely not use the lost revenue category to be able to use it. Because this funding will offset some of those revenue losses, we can take a look, and staff is doing this as we speak, at the direction of the board from a few meetings as we've gone along here, looking at what budget adjustments we can make for things that we had put off. Just a reminder, we've For example, we've foregone 2 years of surplus, general fund surplus transfers to the capital. So that would be, it's one thing that we're looking at. So those things we're planning on bringing forward to a future meeting, kind of vetting that at the staff level right now. But that is where we are at. So we should expect first half, a little over 2 million here at the end of August, early September. With that, happy to answer any questions about funding or what it can be spent on or anything like that.
Any questions from the trustees? Seeing none? Okay, thank you, Brian.
Yep.
So, new business, approval of ordinance 2021-50, authorizing the execution of a water service agreement between the Village of Gurnee and Tapio Kachaha, owner of 33648 North O'Plain Road.
Sure. So you had a memo from our Community Development Director, David Ziegler, on this. The home is in unincorporated Lake County. It's surrounded by Providence Village, fronts O'Plain Road. Having some issues with this private well where it needs to be replaced. So instead of that, he approached the village about hooking up to our water system. Single-family residence, no plans to modify that at all. So obviously we have plenty of water capacity. He would like to stay in unincorporated to preserve his 5-digit address. Hence the reason we're looking at the extraterritorial service agreement here. We have a couple of of these agreements around town. Per the municipal code, he would pay an upcharge of 50% on top of the regular water rate to be provided that service by us. And then we had wrote in there, upon redevelopment of the site, the village would annex into the Village of Gurnee. So minimal demand on our system. If the village board here is amenable to it, then we'll have to take it to CLC Jawa for their approval, which we would work on next. But really just trying to help somebody out that's in a tough spot right now.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
Ross. Aye. O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen. Yes. Woodside.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 2, approval of Engineering Division's recommendation to award the Old Grand Avenue Water Main Replacement Project Phase 2 to the low bidder, Joel Kennedy Constructing Corporation, at a cost of $1,122,519. Yep.
Sure. So this is the second half of the Old Grand Water Main Replacement Project. We got the first half taken care of last year. The second half is from First down to past the fire station. Went out to bid on it, received 4 bids. Joel Kennedy was a low bidder. They actually had the Phase 1 project, so familiar with what they're getting themselves into. Had plenty of funding in the budget, actually came in under what we had in the budget by about $127,000. So staff is recommending to move forward with Joel Kennedy. They would wait until after Gurnee days, but hopefully have it wrapped up before the snow flies. So lots of activity on Old Grand if we move forward with this, and then we've also got those couple buildings that we're going to get down here after Gurnee days. So good progress.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee O'Brien. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ross.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
5 aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, approval of request from Mr. Ron Grizik to extend Aahbury Woods Final Planned Unit Development Authorization for a 2-year period to August 21st, 2023. Patrick.
Sure. So Aahbury Woods is 18 residential unit, planned unit development that was initially annexed and approved in 2007 on Hunt Club Road, south of the Woodland Educational Support Building there a little bit on the east side. The downturn in the housing market after 2007 put the project on hold. They received the final PUD in August 2017. That's good for a 2-year time frame. Weren't able to really get anything started out there. Came before the village board in 2019 and requested a 2-year extension. Received that, then COVID hit, so again, another roadblock for them. So they're back requesting an additional 2-year extension to get the project going, so that would take them to August 21st, 2023.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Thorstensen. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ross. O'Brien.
Aye.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen. Yes. Woodside.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Motion carries. Anybody for public comments? There being none, is there a motion to
So moved.
adjourn? Motion by trustee Balmas,
Am I the only one?
second by trustee
Second.
O'Brien. All in favor, say aye.
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 We're adjourned.
I think you broke my record.
I think so.
I think
Greg
it's
wasn't
broken.
here.
I don't have to hear about it anymore.